How do you know which test to write next? How do you write your next test so that it brings you closer to your goal, closer to implementing a feature that is interesting to the customer? When you do test-driven development, you must choose your next test wisely. It should be small and fairly easy to write, and also easy to bring from red to green. But it also must bring you closer to implementing your current feature. And how do you do that? By thinking before even writing anything. My name is David, and I'm a technical agile coach and a trainer, and I've been doing this for over 12 years now. At the moment, I'm recording a mini-series about the first 2 steps of test-driven development, red and green. And you are watching part 4 of this mini-series, List of Tests. By the way, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and followers. So, when I teach test-driven development, attendees often get stuck either writing a single test, where they do not really know how to bring it from red to green, or where it takes them a very long time to bring it from red to green. Or they get stuck in writing tests. They write a red test, make it green, then red again, green, red, green, on, and so on, and they do not get any closer to their current goal, to implementing working software. So in both cases, they got stuck because they didn't write a good test. In the first case, the test was simply too big. It was so big that bringing it from red to green was too much effort. They didn't know or didn't take care to take small steps. In the second case, they focused on tests that are easy to write, but that are just not that important right now or completely unimportant. So if you get stuck like that, do not just continue. Do not try to dig yourself out of this hole. Undo everything you did, take a short break, and go back to the drawing board. Write down a list of everything that your software should do right now, and then sort this list. Suppose I'm working on a simple hangman game and I want to implement a class that encapsulates the rules of this game. I would just write down everything that this class should do. Like, it shows a placeholder at the beginning of the game, and it updates this placeholder every time the user enters something. The user has won when they guessed all the letters correctly, and they have lost after 11 incorrect guesses. And so on. There are a couple of more rules that this class should encode. And then I will choose the next item from this list by choosing an item that is both easy to implement right now with the current state of the system under test, and also most relevant to real users. So in this case, I would probably choose it shows a placeholder at the beginning of the game. Then think about what is the simplest test that I could write for this feature. It returns a single underscore when the word to guess is A. When this test is green, write another test that brings you closer to finishing the current item, the placeholder at the beginning of the game. Like it shows 3 underscores when the word to guess is there. You can continue just like that. Pick an item from the list of things your software should do, and then write 1 or more tests for it. When a test comes to your mind that you should write, but that is not appropriate for the current item, just write it down to remember it. Create a list of tests at the end of your current test class, either as comments or as disabled tests. And when it comes to deciding which test to write next, just go down the list of things your software should do and the list of your future tests. Update both tests as you go, add new items when something new comes to your mind, and delete items that have become obsolete. Do not just keep items because you wrote them down an hour ago. And if you still get stuck, undo what you did since the last test, take a short break, and go back to the drawing board. So, how do you decide what to test next? How often do you get stuck? And how often do you undo things and go back to the drawing board? Please tell me in the comments of this video or on Twitter. My name is DTanswer there. And if you liked this video, please share it with your friends and followers and subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any updates.